Hi, everybody. Welcome to our live stream. Today we are talking about homeschooling during the holiday season. We're all doing it, but what does it look like for different people? What does this even mean, homeschooling during the holidays? Does this even mean doing school at all? I mean, honestly, that's a real question. I'm Jenny. I'm one half of Kids Learning for Life, and I'm also joined by, obviously, Stacey, the other
Hi,
half of Kids Learning for Life. And we're really excited to talk about this topic because this is something we've been wanting to talk about every year, and it never really came up. So this is our chance to discuss this with all of you. And you can always leave comments here live, and we can see them. And so feel free to leave your thoughts with us live here in the comments. Okay, so like I said, we're talking about homeschooling during the holidays. So this might kind of seem like a non-subject to some people, but I think it's important to talk about for a couple reasons. But first of all, I want to define what we mean by homeschooling during the holidays. So we're talking about specifically this time around Thanksgiving and Christmas, right, Stacey?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I also think there's like two different types of homeschooling during the holidays because there's like the actual leading up to the holidays, and then there's like during kind of the holiday, or some people might even like go off of a traditional school schedule where they have like homeschool breaks. So there's like the lead up to, and then there's like the actual break. So I feel like there's two different things to kind of discuss. And I think we'll probably cover both of them today.
Right. Yes, totally. And then also, I think this is important to talk about because I think for most people, this is a busy time of the year, regardless of what your situation is. It's busier in some sense than other times of the year. There's something about November and December that make us all just a little more, I don't know, chaotic, hectic, whatever you want to call it, busy, full. So I also want to make it clear that we're talking about our specific plans, also okay. And you'll probably hear this from what we're specifically saying. It's okay to do less, even if it's for 2 months out of the year. I mean, that's one reason why we homeschool, right? For that flexibility to do what your specific family needs. So I just want to make that very clear here at the top. And I'm sure we're going to kind of harp on this as we go. But just know that even if you don't have any specific homeschool plans for the holidays, or even if you don't even plan on homeschooling during the holidays, that is totally fine. Whatever works for your family is best for your family. So I guess let's just dive in. So, what, I guess maybe scheduling wise, Stacey, what does homeschooling during the holidays kind of look and feel like in your homeschool?
Okay, schedule wise, I like how you broke it up like this. So, again, leading up to the holidays, I try to just keep doing what we're doing, but having that flexibility. So, giving myself permission to it's okay if something didn't get done like it normally does. Because again, during October and December, there's always some random, like we have a couple field trips planned coming up. We've got like friend parties that we know about. Like I know a lot of people have like activities that they do that have like parties. I know people that are doing like holiday plays. So there's just all these different things going on that, that is learning. So it's okay to not do your regular, normal, everyday stuff because they're learning somewhere else. So you're just moving the learning. So that was something I had a hard time with the first few years, like thinking, oh, we didn't do, 5 days of math this week or 4 days or whatever we normally do. And, feeling bad about it. But it's like because we were doing other like educational things. So yeah, I guess that's kind of like my schedule to just keep chugging along, but then giving myself that kind of grace to just, it's okay if we had to do something else and missed out on a day of our regular lectures and stuff. Not lectures. I don't give lectures, but
I wish you did. I would sign up in a heartbeat.
just come to my TED Talk.
Okay, cool. One day we're gonna have a TED Talk, right? That's a goal.
Yes.
That's basically what we're doing right now, except not at all. Yeah, so I feel kind of similarly. The holiday season, it's busy for us, but I feel like I just got out of my really busy time. So it's not this, like you were saying, there's a lot more obligations, and that sounds bad, but a lot more plans during this time of the year. Um, but for me, I don't think a lot of them actually really are gonna like cut into our homeschool time. So I think for us, it's going to be more like I just had a video a couple weeks ago come out about how to homeschool during the holidays with Ambleside Online. And for Ambleside Online, I'm not just talking about just these holidays that we're talking about, Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm talking about they have a whole holiday page that covers like Flag Day, President's Day, like every holiday you can think of. Okay. But I am looking forward. Well, I guess maybe I'm skipping a question here. But I won't get into specifics yet, but what I will say is that I do plan on doing more like read alouds. So that's going to be more like throughout the day than just that homeschool time. So maybe we'll make our homeschool lessons that are mostly just language arts and math every day shorter to accommodate any sort of read aloud or whatever that we're doing later on. I mean, that's just kind of something that a thought that I have for now. So um, next, we should probably talk a little bit about curriculum and if we plan on changing anything up for the holiday season or if we plan on just sticking with what we have. What do you think, Stacey? What are you going to keep? What are you going to ditch? What are you going to add?
Yeah, so there's a lot because I've been going through a lot this semester, just kind of figuring out there's some things that I haven't quite fully delved into, so I'm not going to go into it here, but like I'm realizing just aren't working right. And so I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to move towards. So I love unit studies, and I've been noticing a lot of people using Gather Round Homeschool for their unit studies. So I was very intrigued, and she just had a sale not too long ago. So I went ahead and grabbed her Thanksgiving and holidays around the world unit studies to kind of test it out and see, because I've seen some of the other topics. She's got like dinosaurs and technology and American history and all these different unit studies that look really cool. But I wanted to make sure that I could actually implement this style into our homeschool. So I'm trying to figure out like a good way to like balance all of this out. So I figured maybe trying to incorporate some, especially again, since it's the holidays, maybe taking out some of our like regular, literature studies and things like that and kind of incorporating these unit studies instead and seeing how that works for this short period of time instead of like ordering one of her full like 16-week ones and then being like, oh, this doesn't work. So trying to test the waters with these two. So that's the new thing that I'm trying out. But again, I already feel behind. if I'm going to try this, I already feel behind because I haven't even looked at the Thanksgiving one yet and how I'm going to break it down. But yeah, what about you, Jenny?
Yeah, so funny you say that. We already know this. I
I
I
love
was
how
trying
you're
to
trying to make
pretend.
it seem like we don't talk. You're like, oh, guess
I know.
what?
What you guys don't know is that Stacey and I talk about homeschooling every single day, so we can't keep this kind of stuff from each other. I actually also bought the same 2 units from Gather Round as Stacey did. So it's the Thanksgiving and then Christmas around the world. I'm really excited about them, and I think next month we plan on talking about them more. So stay tuned for that. That's why Stacey feels behind because we're supposed to be using these. And it's not that we don't like them or that we're not like interested. Like it's busy. It's been very busy for me, and now Stacey's gearing up for her busy time. So anyway, I do plan on using those, and I want to I'm always scared to use a new curriculum, but I feel like Gather Round you can really trust it because it's all kind of right there. So I'm at least going to start diving into the Thanksgiving one, probably either this week or next. But one thing I will say is I already mentioned that I made a whole video about homeschooling during the holidays with Ambleside Online because they have the holiday page with all their resources. And for Thanksgiving specifically, because we're closer to Thanksgiving than Christmas, they have a book by Louisa May Alcott who wrote Little Women, and I was actually able to borrow it from the library. So I have it, and I've kind of been holding on to it, which I feel bad because there's probably other families who need a good Thanksgiving read aloud. But this book is called An Old-Fashioned Thanksgiving, and Ambleside Online recommended it, so I know I will at least appreciate it. And so we will be reading that probably sometime soon within the next few days, just to get us in that Thanksgiving spirit, because this holiday has totally crept up on me. So I'm looking forward to reading that. I'm looking forward to just doing more like festive tradition type things about around the holidays. That's why I think you and I, Stacey, were both compelled to buy the Gather Round unit studies for these holidays. So I'm looking forward to doing all of that. The Ambleside Online stuff, I'm looking forward to doing the Gather Round stuff. That's kind of how I'm changing things. I'm probably going to cool it a bit on math and language arts, like I said. So, yeah, and just kind of maybe just do more like read aloud type stuff.
It's funny you mentioned that. So, I mean, for those of you watching, like Jenny and I have to like make time to watch each other's videos because we don't film together anymore. We used to. But so I watched your Ambleside Online video. I was like, I wonder if there's like an audio book for that, because I mean, I don't know. I have a hard time reading aloud. We do it like before bed, and that's like I'm maxed out. So I found something on YouTube. So I think we're going to listen to the same thing. But it won't be me reading it. It'll be some other people. And I think it was like a whole cast of people we're about to like start reading. And I'm like, oh, fancy. So I'll
That's
try
good to know.
remember afterwards.
Yeah, that's good to know. I usually do opt for audiobooks. I just happen to search it in my local library. And just for some context, if you guys are not familiar with Ambleside Online, it's a lot of old books. I typically cannot find them at my library. Okay, so I searched the title through my library and I was like, oh, it's there and I can pick it up. So I was, I guess, just a little trigger happy because I do typically opt for audiobooks, but I got the physical copy, so I'm just gonna read it. It is a longer picture book. It's not just like reading The Night Before Christmas. It's like between a long picture book and like a short novel. So it's kind of long, but yeah. So I'm interested to hear your thoughts about it too whenever we both do it. So let me know when you do it, Stacey.
I will. Yes, definitely. Okay, what's next? What else do we have during this holiday season?
Okay, well, are you going to be using, so we talked about curriculum, but are there any other resources that you're going to be using in your homeschool that might, like, kind of off the wall options? Like, I do want to do more baking with my kids. That's kind of a holiday thing, or actually decorating for Christmas. I'm not a Grinch. Oh, speaking of the Grinch, I didn't even mean to do this. Hang on, I'll finish my thought and then I'll talk about what that reminded me of. I'm not really a Grinch, but I kind of am, I guess. I don't always decorate for Christmas. Like there was one year we just didn't even put up our tree or a tree. We didn't even decorate a tree.
You had a toddler. There was a good reason.
I guess that's true. I was kind of like it was getting closer and closer to Christmas Day and I'm like, I just don't think this is worth it anymore. We were going to put it behind a baby gate. It would have looked ugly where it was. I'm like, I'm not going to do this. So I guess thank you for that, because that's true. I did have a little tiny toddler. What about you, Stacey? Is there anything else that you're planning on doing, like, I don't know, festive, or I don't know?
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. You and I, like, we both kind of moved to different areas from where we were living around-ish the same time. So I think like you and I are both going to this stage in our life where we're trying to like start, and our kids are getting a little bit older, where we're feeling like, hey, we really should like start incorporating more like family traditions. And so I definitely want to do more of that and just kind of enjoy the season. So I think that's why I'm trying to not give myself such a hard time about like making sure everything gets done for homeschooling, because they're going to learn so much in these other experiences. But as far as like that goes, like I plan on doing that. But then during the holidays is kind of when I think I'll have more time and more brain space to do some of those fun extra things that we just don't have time for, like that I've already gotten. Like we have an artistic pursuit. So it's like a drawing curriculum. We've done like one lesson all semester just because I haven't been able to fit it in. We have our Crunch Labs boxes, which surprisingly we're on the current month. Like I do have some sitting over here, but we're not behind on those. So that's fun. But just like making sure we make time for that, because the boys are really enjoying those. I do still have some leftover Kiwi boxes I need to use. And then 3D printing. We started our 3D printing curriculum, and then we kind of stopped it and haven't been able to move forward with it. And that's something that I know would be really fun. And the boys have been talking about like making specific Lego pieces for themselves. And I'm like, I wonder if we could do that. I don't know. I'm learning here too. So doing kind of that fun stuff when there's not like all these other requirements from my day job and kids learning for life, demanding job. No, I'm kidding. But just trying to figure out, like, just use that holiday time as relaxing and just doing whatever I want with my homeschool and not having to worry about anything else. I don't know. Does that sound weird?
No, I think that's perfectly valid. So I want to follow up on something that I mentioned earlier. I said the Grinch. I totally didn't mean to plug this, but we have our Christmas film unit study for this year is The Grinch, and this is the Grinch that came out in 2018, right,
Yes.
Stacey? Okay, it's the animated one from 2018. Some famous people that lent their voices to this film were Benedict Cumberbatch and Rashida Jones. I think it's a really excellent holiday movie. It's appropriate for the whole family. It's just good, clean family Christmas fun. I love it. It adds so much to the Grinch story. It adds so much depth to his character in not a, like saccharine sweet way. So yeah, this is our Grinch unit study. It's really beautiful, illustrated by our friend Cecily and formatted by our friend Larissa, who do a great job. They make the magic happen with this stuff. I mean, we do the ugly stuff.
Yeah. If you guys saw what we gave to them, you would be like, what is going on?
Yeah, so I'm just very proud of how it looks all the time because I'm like, that is definitely not us. That's someone else's huge talent. So we have we have lessons in the 4 core subjects. So we have language arts, math, history or geography, and then science. We also have lessons in the arts and movie magic in all of our film unit studies. I mean, this is in our Grinch unit study, but it's also in all of the film unit studies we have, and we have a whole bunch of them out now. So there's so many to choose from. So definitely check out that film unit study. I mean, the reason why we were so passionate about having one come out around Christmas is because I just feel like this is the perfect time of year to do a unit study. Because you could just watch a movie and learn and do these really fun activities together. Like the arts activity for Grinch is like creating an ornament. That's just fun to do, and it's perfect for around the holidays because you're kind of doing some sort of school skill, but you're also like just chilling with your family, watching a movie and enjoying doing art.
I know. I totally
Yeah.
wish I had something like this when I was a kid. Just my favorite subject is, I mean, it's kind of the main purpose for building these, but is the movie magic subject. And for Grinch, I spent forever trying to find, I had an idea in my head and what I want to do, and I was trying to find a platform that could do it. But so what your kiddos are going to be doing is they're going to become voice actors. And so there's a program I was able to find where they're going to be able to record their voice, and there's going to be they can pick a character and customize it and everything, and like make their voice be the character. And we give you some scripts that they can use. They can make their own scripts. But I was like, this is so cool. I will definitely be using that with my boys. I think we're gonna, when we watch The Grinch again, because we already watched it for preparing for this unit study, but we're gonna watch it again, and I'm definitely gonna do that voice acting activity because that sounds
We
so
should
much fun.
we should do that when like all the kids are together. I think that would be really fun. I think all
Totally.
the kids they would have so much fun with that, and I think we should do it too. So,
Yes. Okay.
stay
Thanksgiving, we'll do it.
okay, stay tuned, guys. We're gonna upload all the footage. No, I'm just kidding. That would be so boring for you guys. Yeah. So, I mean, is there anything else about the holidays? I feel like it's pretty clear. Like we're talking about taking it easy, giving ourselves the space to take it easy during the holidays. Like I never want to be stressed this time of year. It's such an easy time to get stressed because it's like money, gifts, traveling, weather. I mean, I'm so cold. Look at me. I'm wearing like 2 sweaters. I'm so cold. I don't know how Stacey's wearing that short sleeve thing.
I
I
had my
haven't
heater on before we started.
Oh, okay. It's probably cold already
It
now that you
is.
turned off the heater. So, yeah, it's just kind of it can be a stressful time of year, but I just want you to know that you're still doing enough in your homeschool and you never have to sweat it. If you're watching this video, you probably care a lot about your homeschool. So, you're doing just fine. Um, does Kids Learning for Life have anything coming up for the holidays? That I mean, the Grinch already came out, but we have some big announcements coming up, right,
Yes.
Stacey?
So yeah, we have a giveaway that I'm like super excited that we were able to put this together. This is not for us. This is for you guys. We've got a giveaway And I'm so
That's
excited.
funny.
We have partnered with Rainbow Resource, Humble Heart Press, Simply Piano, Homeschool Spanish Academy, and ourselves. Where you will see some film unit study giveaways as well. But that is coming up. Is that, what week is that? That's the week after Thanksgiving. So the
Yeah.
week after Thanksgiving, be on the lookout. Make sure to follow us on our Instagram or follow us on YouTube, all at Kids Learning for Life, to get all the updates so that you'll know exactly when we do those giveaways.
Yes, we'll be putting out a video before the giveaway to give all the details, but it's going to be a really quick rapid fire thing. So you really want to you do want to pay attention to the video that comes out ahead of time and social media, because that's where like all the information will be. So be sure to follow us on Instagram specifically, because I will be on stories like all week. It'll be a
That's
bit
a good
much.
point. So the giveaways will be like one day each. So like you come on the day you want to enter whatever giveaway it is, and you can do all 5 of them. That's fine. But it's like a one day, 24-hour giveaway, and then we announce the winner the next day. So there's no time to wait or like, wait a whole week and enter. Like you got to do it that day.
Right. And then another thing I want to mention is that Stacey already had her video come out, and mine is coming out on Monday, of our gift ideas for kids. So Stacey has 3 sons and I have 3 daughters. So we broke it up in a really creative way. Stacey talked about like unique gift ideas for boys, and I talked about, I didn't name it unique gift ideas for girls, but basically I said like nothing messy or too girly gift ideas for girls. So
Next year we should switch it. I'll do the girly one.
We should. I mean, not that I know anything about boys. Boys are a mystery to me. But girls, I don't know. Girls just, at least my girls, just hand them some art kits, like an art supplies and whatever. They're busy for hours. I don't know about boys. Legos, I don't know anything about that.
Legos is the big thing right now at our house.
Okay. Yeah. We ordered some Legos for our girls for Christmas. I just ordered them actually from Rainbow Resource. Ironically enough, we just mentioned them. They're one of our giveaway vendors, but yeah, so she has her video out and mine will be coming out on Monday. So stay tuned for mine for gift ideas for girls. Watch the one that's already up for gift ideas for boys. I think Stacey came up with some great out of the box ideas that are practical and not just like the same old boring gifts for boys. So that's all we have. Oh, and then also like I already mentioned, I did the Ambleside Online how to like homeschool during the holidays with Ambleside Online video. So for all you Ambleside Onliners, you know who you
there's
are.
a lot of you.
Yeah, I don't know if they watch the live streams, but if you're one of them, or even if you're not and you just want to see the holiday page, I mean the holiday page is like insane. Like I said, there's something for everyone. So check that out as well, just for some, I don't know, added inspiration.
All right. Well, until then, we will see you next time.